If you're thinking about a seat for a paddleboard, so it has the versatility of becoming a kayak, or if you want a seat for longer paddle trails or as an option for windy or rough water days, or if just standing up on a paddleboard is tougher for some people in your family who want to use it, a comfortable, properly sized kayak seat for your stand-up paddleboard is a great investment. However, a poorly fitting, minimal supporting kayak seat is a waste of money. What's the best kind of seat for an inflatable paddleboard? That depends on your size, how you plan to paddle, and what D-ring setup your paddleboard has. Most seats fall under three categories: soft clip-ons, soft or framed stadium seats, and framed kayak seats. The best overall seat, for the price, is generally not the thin, black, fold-in-half clip-on seats. Instead, it's most often a low-sitting stadium seat or an actual frame kayak seat. I'll show the pros and cons of each kind, how to use them, and which ones I recommend. I'll go over each seat's comfort and quality of support for different body sizes, and overall value you get for what you pay. Plus, I'll show a few tips of how to best attach them at the end. The list of recommended seats is in the video description if you want to see their costs or more specific details. Let me know in the comments what else you'd want me to review or explain in future videos. The first kind of seat are the black folding flap seats. You see this type all the time and often are included for free with some paddleboards because they are the least expensive to make and easiest to throw a new logo on them. They're not included for free because they're the best seat option, but these still have some good aspects. What's good about these is that they attach really fast without having to buy a couple more attachment straps, and they take the least storage space. These work well for shorter paddlers and they're great for kids, but they're not the most comfortable after paddling for 15 or 30 minutes, or for people who are taller or heavier. The back support is okay at best. The ideal position is to be sitting straight up, not leaning back, and this only mildly supports that. It doesn't raise you off the floor, so your legs are always kind of in an awkward position, and your butt almost always gets wet. To picture what it's like, try this. First, sit on the floor with your legs flat all the way out, and pretend to paddle. This might get uncomfortable on your hamstrings with your legs out, unless you're pretty flexible. Second, bring your legs in a little bit. This may get uncomfortable on your ankles and feet for some people because your feet don't have the support needed to be comfortable. Those little foam roller pool noodle looking things that can be used for support that some seats or paddleboards come with, those are a hassle, they look dumb, and they get in the way. Now third, cross your legs. This is okay. Your knees are possibly in the way of your paddle stroke, maybe, but not too much. If you're short to average sized, this kind of seat is okay. If you're taller, it's not great. If you're tall and got good knees, your back will feel better off just adjusting your sup paddle to be shorter, kneeling on one or both knees and paddling like a canoe instead of trying to use this kind of seat. The built-in clips on these seats are nice. I like this kind with the rounder clips. Very, very few seats use this kind of clip. So if you get a flat folding seat, try to get the kind in my list I put in the video description. Most seats use this push button clip that can cut your thumb when using them. I've actually sliced my thumb twice out of the 10 or so times I've used it. I'm always careful now not to press the clip button too hard. Most of these seats are $40 to $50, but some fancy extra padded ones cost over $100 and provide really thick and comfy cushion that elevates you a little bit more off the paddleboard. Overall, if you're the right size for this kind of seat, a little bit shorter or flexible, I give the seat about a 7 out of 10. For taller or heavier people, this is maybe a 4 or a 5 out of 10. It's fine if it came with your paddleboard for free, but don't feel peer pressure to get this kind just because it's the most common one you see on Amazon or it's Amazon's choice. A little bit better kind of seat is the on-the-ground stadium seat. I like how these have real back support, are softer to sit on, and put way less stress on your paddleboard's D-rings. It has better back support because it has a solid metal back frame, not just fabric. It puts way less stress on the D-rings because the back is supported by straps to the seat bottom, not straps to the paddleboard's D-rings, so your own body weight keeps it sturdy. This puts a lot less stress on your paddleboard's D-rings, but any seat that has the straps from the backrest to the bottom of the seat cushion like these means you need to think about how much width you need. If your waist size is higher than a men's 36 or 38 or a women's 14 or so, it's possible the side straps will be annoying for you and you'll like this third type of seat next. The drawback of this style is you still may have some issues with leg comfort being low to the ground. But unlike the first kind, you can use this kind in other places besides paddling. It's still a great stadium seat. I love versatility, so points for that. Overall, if this second kind fits your body type, it's a 8 out of 10 for support, comfort, and versatility. If you're taller or heavier, this would be maybe a 6 or a 7, and you'll like the next option more. The third kind of seat are raised stadium seats that fold up. They're good for all body types, big or small. It's what I use, it's what my wife prefers as well, and we're both not very big or tall. It's what I lend out to friends no matter what height or size they are. They do 3 things really well. First, they have strong back support and no straps to be in the way. Second, the seat is raised just a few inches so your feet and legs are a little more comfortable and your backside doesn't usually get wet. But it's not raised too high, so a heavier paddler would have a precariously high center of gravity, leading to less stability. They have regular width and wider width seats of this type. If you're smaller than average, don't get the wider seats unless you plan on sharing it with someone bigger than you. On wide seats, the corners of the backrest may get in the way of a shorter person's paddle stroke. Last, the seat is pretty comfortable for long paddles compared to the first kind of seat, or kneeling directly on the paddleboard. A drawback to any stadium seat is you have to get your own straps to attach it to the board. But that's easily overcome, and I'll show you some great options of how to do it near the end. Overall, for smaller or average sized people, this is about an 8.5 out of 10. And for larger people, this is the first type of seat you should actually consider, 9 out of 10. Good support and comfort, super sturdy, folds down when not in use so it's not too weird switching back and forth during a paddle, but you need to take care of attaching it. To be a 10, it would need to come with some straps to attach it to the D-rings and maybe a smaller waterproof pocket in the back, I don't know, a cup holder, footrest too while I'm at it, why not? This is the best all-around seat that I've used. Price-wise, you can get these for about the same price as the first kind of seat, those thin folding black ones. Most sporting goods stores sell them. The Rolls-Royce of paddleboard seat options, and by far the best ergonomic choice, are these kayak seats that raise you about 4 to 5 inches off the board. They cost about twice as much, but are the only seat that gets the perfect balance of being high enough off the board for leg comfort, but low enough to not sacrifice a lot of stability from being a high center of gravity. If money isn't a problem, this is the best seat you can get. Another kind you should know about are the taller frame seats like the Larry chair, made by Travel Chair. They're often used for fishing kayaks and other things. The Larry chair and these similar sized chairs are great chairs for camping, just the outdoors, normal stuff too. They are my favorite outdoor camp chair. They have some pros and some cons for paddleboard use. Let's get the cons out of the way. The height is the main drawback because of looks and stability. You look like you strapped a lawn chair to your paddleboard, so you won't win any fashion points. But if you do use it for paddleboard fishing, which I do, you'll probably have a small cooler just behind the chair to hold your rods and stuff, and that full setup looks cool. It's about 10 inches high, and that can make a big difference in stability if you are taller or a heavier paddler. I'll put the link to the cooler and rod holder that I used in the description if you're curious about that. A cooler is pretty awesome for long paddles or floats in general, and easier to get into than a dry bag and the bungee cords, in my opinion. If you think I need to do a video about coolers, just let me know in the comments. The pros to this kind of chair is they're as comfortable as a normal folding chair in every way. Back support, cushion, leg comfort, etc. It would be the chair I recommend if you or someone you'll share the paddleboard with has any kind of concern with their back, hip, or knees. Most importantly, it's the best seat for things besides paddling. I bring this chair, camping, bonfires, and stuff, and I love the creative design of how it folds up. It's just the coolest chair. Larry Chair by Travel Chair is the real deal, and recently someone called Rio Gear made a knockoff version for cheaper. I don't know how good it is. This kind of chair changes what kind of paddle you need, though. When you're a bit higher off the water, you need a wider or a longer kayak paddle. Most paddleboards that include a free extra kayak blade for the paddle are still not quite long enough, as they should be if you use this kind of taller chair. Overall, a chair like the Larry Chair is maybe a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. Great comfort and support, super versatile outside of paddling, but you do sacrifice style points and some stability for taller people. To strap the stadium seat on, there's a few different ways that work. The first option, just get a couple feet roll of 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch Velcro strap that's two-sided at a home improvement store like Home Depot or Lowe's or Amazon. They're only about like $10. You cut it to the length you need, just overlap the Velcro 1 to 2 inches and you're solid. Velcro is deceptively strong. It works great. I keep them, when I'm not using them, I just keep the small strips in a Ziploc bag so they don't stick to random stuff. These are the best bang for your buck. They are strong and inexpensive. The second option is you can get adjustable clip straps. The clips won't fit through the D-rings on a normal paddleboard. You can buy straps originally designed for the front of backpacks. I like those. Those let you independently loop through the D-ring without threading the clip through it. This will probably be the most expensive option though. The third option, you can buy some lightweight tie-down straps. Not the kind that crank down, nothing heavy duty, but the kind that just pull through a clip. You just put your seat on with them once, then cut the straps with about 4 to 6 inches of slack left. Lightly burn the ends to prevent fraying, and you're set. All these options are easy. It's not rocket science strapping something down. I just thought seeing some different options would get your brain juices going. If this was helpful, you'll like the links in the video description, comment what else you think needs an honest and thorough explanation, and subscribe for other videos about how and where to enjoy the outdoors.
Whoa! Dang it! Got me good.